everyone, welcome to Kate Bonnie Country. You can call me Kate. You're going to want to sit down for this one. There are pedos coming out of the woodwork in Bibb County, Alabama. This one's got a bit of a backstory and a little bit of personal knowledge. So, sit back, buckle up. I am recording this on September 17th, 2025. On August 28th, almost 3 weeks ago, a middle schooler tragically sent himself across the Rainbow Bridge. This, of course, has the entire community shocked. It is always a tragedy when a child chooses to shake off this mortal coil. Now, I work a part-time job as a retail merchandiser, and part of my job, I go into a specific store and I service a specific area of that store on behalf of a client brand. When I was in the store last Sunday performing my weekly service, so that was September 14th, this, I want to say older lady, because she certainly looks older than me, but she's probably not that much older than me. She was probably in her mid to late 50s. Very haggard. Time has not been kind to her. Came on the aisle in the company of, I'd say, late 20s, early 30s gentleman, and I'd seen him around town before. I'd seen him in the Dollar General many times, and he always had some interesting things to say. He liked to gossip about other local individuals. I never initiated these conversations. He'd just come up and start saying some very random things about other people. Anyway, they both come on the aisle and they're very frantic, and there's another person on the phone with them, and they're looking for something. Well, it's not my job to assist customers, but I'm going to, because when a customer sees me in a store, they assume I work for the store. So I, of course, offer to help them. That's when she told me that her grandson was the boy who shook off the mortal coil, and that he did so in her house. And now she feels that evil spirits are invading her house, and she wanted to cleanse and purify the house, so she was looking for like an incense to burn. Yeah. And no one wanted to know about such things. I recommended that they smudge with sage. That is a practice that a lot of Wiccans, pagans, Native Americans, a lot of different neo-pagan religions use sage smudging as a purification. They said they'd already smudged with sage. They wanted something that they could kind of keep going. Okay, so you're going to go with incense. There were 2 types of sage incense available, and they reached for the cheaper one. I was like, well, if you're doing this for a ritual purpose and you're wanting to purify, you don't want to use that brand. It's got a lot of fillers. It's not the best. Go ahead and buy the slightly more expensive one. It's a better brand. It's better quality. And I also referred them to a pagan coffee shop up in Birmingham. Said, you really need to go up there and talk to them, because the owners have been doing this kind of thing for quite some time. They're a bit more knowledgeable than I am. I don't know if they took me up on that advice or not. Anyway, today, being Wednesday, this hits my feed.
New on 6 Side, a bizarre story out of West Alabama.
A Bibb County man facing several charges now after officers say they found evidence of child porn while investigating a boy's death. This happening at the West Block in your West Alabama reporter Brian Henry joins us live from West Blockton Police Department. Brian, what can you tell us now?
Hey, Sarah and Jonathan, West Blockton police got the call on August 28th about the death of a child on Hickory Street, very close to the police department here in town. Police alerted Aaliyah to investigate the death, and from there, Aaliyah investigators found something else.
During the course of that investigation,
An investigation that unfolded inside this wood and white home on Hickory Street in West Blockton in late August. At first, the death of the juvenile male was the center of the investigation, and then it turned into something much more. Police Chief Pete Hicks.
Some material were found that caused some concern. There was a search warrant executed on the residence.
That search warrant was executed on Monday of this week by 3 law enforcement agencies, Aaliyah, the Department of Homeland Security, and West Blockton Police. 32-year-old Jonathan Dwayne White now faces child porn.
Guess what? 32-year-old Jonathan Dwayne White. That is the man. That is the face of the man right there who came up in my place of business wanting to buy an incense to drive evil spirits away from his home because his nephew sent himself over the Rainbow Bridge in that house.
32-year-old Jonathan Dwayne White now faces child porn-related charges, including voyeurism. Officers say the evidence contains images and videos. According to Chief Hicks, there is no word whether White's alleged crimes were connected to the juvenile.
We don't know at this time.
Jonathan Dwayne White, meantime, was taken into custody Monday at the West Blockton Police Department. The arrest seemed to have caught him by surprise.
He was not happy about it. He is from here. He's known locally. He's lived here his whole life as far as I know.
Yep, and like I said, he liked to talk bad about other people. He was a big old gossip. He randomly walked up to me in the West Blockton Dollar General one time. I was buying dog treats, so he took the opportunity to tell me that the Bibb County, Alabama Animal Shelter takes their dogs out in the woods and shoots them instead of euthanizing them. Which I know that is absolutely false because I volunteer to groom animals from that shelter to help find them homes. I don't think he's playing with a full deck of cards.
For now, there is no evidence the alleged victims in the images and videos were local. Still,
They think there's something, even if they're not 100% sure. Let us know so we can look into it and at the very least do a welfare check, get with us, DHR.
today, Jonathan Dwayne White remains at the Bibb County Jail, according to jail records, and charged with 60 counts related to child porn.
60 counts, okay.
And earlier today, we did reach out to Aaliyah to see if it's made an official determination on what caused the death of that young juvenile. Aaliyah responded saying, quote, "Unfortunately, we do not have any additional information to share," end quote. Your reporter in West Blockton, Brian Henry, WBRC 6 News, on your side.
60 counts related to inappropriate images of children. If you like my content, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and hype it. If you'd like to support my efforts in making content and helping animals in need in my community, please consider joining my Patreon. The link to that is in the description below. I also went over to this other website that I use a lot to double check. White faces 20 counts of intimate images with intent to disseminate, 20 counts of inappropriate images, obscene matter displaying minors, 10 counts of inappropriate images producing with minors, and 10 counts of first-degree voyeurism. White was placed in the Bibb County Jail Monday morning at 11:03 a.m. His bond was set at $1.65 million, and let me tell you, his people ain't got that kind of money. He'll be sitting there until his trial date. Here's the real kicker. He went up last Sunday, up in where I work, with his mother, and she was looking for a way to keep the evil spirits out of her house. I think it worked, because the evil is out of her house, sitting in the Bibb County Jail. Time to fire up the wood chipper.